Hi friends, welcome back to Azure Content YouTube channel. This is part 8 in SQL Real-Time Scenarios playlist. In this video, we are going to learn how to update the column value based on a certain condition in SQL Server. So let's see the requirement in details. So here we have the table called orders table, and in this table we have 4 columns. First one is order ID, and then customer name, order date and status. So there are 6 records in place in this table where these are the customers who have placed their orders on this particular date, and this is their status. Okay, so these are the status of the order. So if you see, there are some orders which are having the status as pending. There are few which are completed and other one is shipped. So now our requirement is, suppose the company has decided to introduce a new status called overdue, wherever the status has been pending and the order date has crossed more than 30 days from today's date, which means the order has been placed and it has already been more than 30 days, but the status is still pending and transaction has not been completed and the order status is still pending. So we need to change it and update the value of status column to overdue for all such records wherever the status is pending and the order date is more than 30 days. Okay, so if you see, this is our expected output. We need 3 values to be changed to overdue, and the last one, which is pending, should stay as pending itself because it has not yet crossed 30 days. Okay, so let's try to achieve this requirement using SQL query. So this is our table. So if you see, this is the same record which I just talked about in the PPT. So this is the orders table. Now what we need to do is, we need to write an update query with the condition as wherever the status is pending, and we have to calculate the date difference between the order placement date and today's date. And if it is more than 30 days, then we need to change the status to overdue. So this is what we need. So usually if you need to update any value in SQL, so you need to write an update query, and here is the syntax for the same. You need to write update, and then we need to mention the table name. Here we have the table name as orders. So update the table, then set the column name. So we need the column name here. So we need to change the status column. So here we will set status column as overdue. Let me write overdue, and then we need to write the condition on which particular column we need to perform this updation. Okay, so if we run this query as it is, then it will immediately change all the status to overdue irrespective of the current values, because we have not specified any condition here. But we don't want that. We want to specify condition wherever the status is equals to pending. Okay, pending. And also we need another condition to check. Okay, so we will use AND operator here, and we will check if the date difference between the order date and the current date has crossed 30 days. Okay, so how we will check that? We will use something called DATEDIFF function. Okay, so what this function will do is, it will actually get the difference of dates. It can also get the difference of months or years or hours, anything based on requirement you can use. As we need to set the interval here, if you need the difference between hours, you can put the interval as hour, and if you need the difference between days, then you can simply put days here. Okay, so here you can see day difference, and then we need to specify the start date and the end date to calculate the date difference, and the value will return in integer. Okay, so if you see, let me remove this, and if you see here, it returns the value in integer format. So again, let me write day, and then the start date will be nothing but the order date column. So let me mention order date. Okay, so it will dynamically take each of the order dates for each records, and then what is the end date? We need current date as the end date. So the function which can get you the current date is get UTC date. Okay, and since it is a function, we need to use the braces here, and then I will just enclose this braces so that it will calculate the date difference. and the condition that we are looking for is that the difference between order date and current date, if it is greater than 30 days, then we will update the status to overdue wherever the status is pending and it is also meeting this condition that the order date has crossed 30 days. So before executing this whole query, I will just show you that how this date difference works. Okay, so let me use select command. So I will select all the columns from the order table, and after comma I will use this query so that you will get another column which will have this value with the date difference between order date and today's date, and I will name this column with an alias as date difference. Okay, so now if I execute this, you can see there is a new column which got added here, and if you see, this is the value in integer format, and this depicts the difference between order date and today's date. Okay, so this order has been made on 15th January, so the date difference between 7th March and 15th January is 51. Similarly, date difference between 20 February and 7th March is 15, but it will not update this status because the status is already completed. Okay, our condition is that it will change the status to overdue wherever status is pending and it has crossed more than 30 days. So the first value is meeting this condition, it is pending and also date difference is greater than 30, so it should change to overdue. Similarly, this one will also meet the condition, so it should also change to overdue. Similarly, this one will also meet the condition, but the last pending should not be changed because it is less than 30 days. Okay, so let's now execute this query. So you can see 3 rows has been affected, and if we see the details in orders table now, you can see the order status has changed to overdue for these 3 records, which was the expected result. So if you see the presentation, these are the 3 values that should have been updated with the value as overdue, and the last one is still in pending status as it has not crossed 30 days. So we have learned how to update a column value based on a certain condition. So that's it for this video, guys. I hope you liked the video. Please hit on like button and please subscribe to my channel if you haven't done it. Thank you.